Hello again, people of the internet. It's only Fabe here. You join us at 11:57, just shy of noon time, on the 25th of October on a Wednesday of 2017. Of course, we're back at Bathley Crossing. Not really not much has changed. Hello, interesting Sam. First on again, fancy that notification squad, aren't you? Yeah, nothing's really changed here overall. You've got, of course, recently new barriers, and this one's already got a knacker tensioner cable, so that's been wrapped around the boom light. You can tell it's weak because it's all twisted as well. Hello, Jacob's Trains. There's your information sign. I don't know if I'll keep you on for the closures in about 10-15 minutes or what I'll actually do, because I've got a tour as a separate video anyway. Of course, I'm data sharing to myself, just in case we do end up with a closure in this. Just to do a quick run round tour or something, because that might be an idea, just to waste a bit more time. Must I just set up the page? Hang on. Okay, you want a run round tour? Right. Of course, information name Bathley Lane, circular 711588, is going to 122 miles 77 change, no trespass, no penalty of £1,000. Here's a wigwag here. Here's an alarm on the back with the Unipart rail lights. Here's one of your barriers here with 6 1/4 weights and 6.5, made according to the theorem the 10th of August 17. Bathley down near. You tell, of course, tensioner cable's weak because it's wrapped around the second light there. Of course, you've got rubber and concrete crossing floor with rubber cattle guard. There's the old signal box we should do the liquor paint, Bathley Lane. There's a bag of stuff. There's the horrible paper sign that's just given up. Yeah, stay that way. Looks better. Don't trespass, penalty of £1,000. Hello, Network South Central. Bathley Lane crossing. LEDs there. There's you, if you close the gate sign this side. There's the notice about the crossing test after they put the barriers in. There's another information sign. There's the danger sign. Road's very quiet. Missing cat's eye. Oh, there's the cat's eye in the grass. There's your other set of LEDs there. There's your alarm on the back there. Here's 6.5 and 6 1/4. Who's got that? Because it's the first time I've been down here in about 4 or 5 months now. Bathley Lane down near. Hang on. We just block someone. There we go. Who's got that, I wonder? Who's got that? I can feel it did used to be there. Oh, sun's gone in, so I best hurry up. Normally it's the sign of the next train's due by. There is a whistle board up there. And there's one again at North Moscombe. If I close the gates, no, over live wires. I'm getting too distracted because I'm short of time now. Bathley Lane crossing, there's your lights there. There's the Mill Lane access point sign. There's the CCTV from Carlton-on-Trent. It's the East Coast Main Line, Newark Northgate, Retford. Newark Northgate, Retford. Thank you. Yeah, I'm very low on time. That's why I was rushing the end of that, because we've really not got very long. I can keep yous going, yeah, but then, of course, I'm not going to get much for the main video, am I? Because back at Newark, of course, I ended up cutting the main video off, so not bothered uploading any of that. Yeah, can we keep this kid moderated, please? Seems like a right fanny. Let me just set everything up, hang on. Location. NXC? No, completely wrong. Newark. Hello, train spot 2000 Chile. Newark foot crossing. Flat crossing, foot crossing, I don't bloody know. Next is 1208 from London King's Cross to Edinburgh. Which I think I'll stream and record, just then I've got it. So that's at 1208, and then there's 1212 afterwards. Just I think I'll probably just give you one closure and that'll do. How far is it? Grantham. Ages then. What head code? 1 Sierra 13. is the head code 1013. But you can see we've got height restriction bells here on either side of the crossing, and they're all tangled up like no tomorrow. You see? Didn't know I could zoom on stream either. And up there, they're just all tangled around anyway. Someone's comment came through and I couldn't read it. Be a 225 set, yeah, probably. Normally would be for London, Edinburgh. Except it won't be on Saturday, of course, because that's the diversions that start via Spalding, Lincoln Central and Gainsborough and Highcombe. The Hull trains will continue going through here up to Newark, and then they'll turn and then go down to Lincoln that way, because they've still got to call it Retford. But what I don't get, can't they flip them through Retford low level instead? They could call it the high, yeah, and then just spin right round at Thrompton Junction and then go through Retford 4 down to Gainsborough that way, instead of sending it to Newark and U-turn there. But I suppose it's because there's been no route knowledge for that little area between Retford and Gainsborough. East Coast Main Line closed, well, not today, but yeah, will mostly be at the weekend for the next month. Yeah, 225 set. But of course, once we get the closure, it's up to you folks to keep me informed of where it is and what it's doing and that. You can use Railcam or Open Time Trains to tell me where it is. They're both a boat right. Don't know which is faster. What they're doing on the East Coast Main Line, engineering work at Grantham. Probably extending platform 4 a bit more. Horsebox. Because yes, platform 4 can fit the IEP, but if you get more than a 2-car train in platform 3, you have to open on platform 2. But normally you would open on platform 4 if you've got 2 carriages. So hopefully the engineering work is basically just making platform 4 at Grantham maybe slightly bigger, or just get rid of 3 or something, or I don't know. IEP, Intercity Express Passenger, I think. So basically an HST but less fancy. Because it is a high-speed train, but you're not allowed to call it one, essentially. If you're wondering up speed wide, the far barrier is still the exact same as when Joe got here when it was incandescent. It goes up that slow. It doesn't jam though. It does not jam, because I watched it after I got the preview trains on the main video. 8 blocks from Newark N. Well, that's useful, isn't it? We're about 2 or 3 blocks after the flat crossing, so I think we're about here where my thumb is. We're there. So if you can watch that area, you'll be fine. Then I can stream and do the video, because I can keep you on me left hand here, because I've got a decent grip on it, and then use this on me right, because I use an awkward angle by holding it like that, you see. That's how I film and get my steady shot. I hold it weirdly. Oh, the sun's out again. Wouldn't it be fun if someone's actually if they're actually watching this in one of the signalling centres? They won't be allowed to, mind you, but if they were, hello to you, I suppose. It doesn't call it Newark N. Speed restriction on the flat crossing itself is top speed, I think. I'm not certain though. I'm going to get ready for the train. You just keep me informed. 1013 at London, Edinburgh. Before you say, no, the alarms haven't changed, it's just the barriers here. We'll be off down to Church Lane afterwards. Yeah, the East Midlands don't count. But the flat crossing is the only nearest reporting point to here. If I was further up, even at North Muscombe, I'd most likely use Carlton on Trent Loop. But the flat crossing's a lot closer here. If anyone posts a comment in the chat whilst the crossing is going down, I can read that as the time. Yeah, a few moments, I know I'm ready. Grimsby Town, Newark, Northgate. Well, that's not going up to Retford, is it? That's only banged due to the tensioner cable being weak. Time now looks to be 12:07. You wait for, I don't know the time, but 1 Sierra 13 from London King's Cross to Edinburgh Waverley. See, the only reason this hit the road in the middle there is because the tensioner cable's weak and wrapped under the barrier boom light, which is what it's called. Clever. I'm going to stand right there back here where we normally do on this load of stones, and it looks like that. Looks quite good. I know it's expected 12:08, Sam, but what's the actual time for it? Those not watching the stream and are watching the either video on demand stream or the main video. Of course, I'm streaming at the same time, so I'm starting getting lack of information. Actually, I'm going to stand further. It's too far back there now. Way too far back. But yeah, this hit the floor due to, of course, there's no tension on the tensioning cable, so it's basically just balancing itself. And of course, when Joe first came, does it bang? Pushes it down and it bangs. You stupid, stupid boy. Does it bang? No, because I'm bouncing it really far back, so it should just bounce gently like that. I'm not going to push it down. I came past Church Lane on the way in, of course. Looked like it still had the old barriers, but I'm not sure. Can't remember how old they are, really. But of course, like I say, whistleboard up by that bridge and whistleboard at North Moscombe, so we'll hear the train before we see it, essentially. Let's get some lighting in, shall we? The first vehicle's just turned in. Here we are, see it now. Yes, an 82 set. We're in City 225 to be special. Tone? No. Yep. Bobby Robson and 218. Okay, what's next approaching, folks, on this stream? What's the train approaching from Carlton Way? Because these do auto up every time. 1 Alpha 26 leads London, apparently. So that'll be a few minutes behind. Yeah, Norrell's still down. I could see a signal there before for Church Lane, but I can't anymore. Must just be bushes in the way. I suppose that'll be an 82 set as well. Doing well so far though, because I held these cameras the other way around last time back at Newark and ended the main video, so I just scrapped it all. Because the stream was sufficient enough for about 20 minutes anyway. Hello, Alpha. I think I've got to watch out for, though. Of course, I can't put the unit numbers on the stream, but I can on the main video, and then, of course, I've got to try and catch one of the coaches and check it against the coach database to see which pair it should be with. Now, let's say, for example, if the coach is 12223, it could be with any of the BN sets, which is the Mark 4s. Of course, if it's a random Mark 3, it would be in the EC section on the AB Rail database website. Okay, here's the Leeds train. A2227. 91107 Skyfall. So, I mean, this barrier's up, and it's not got any tension, but that one's doing what it used to do in the day and just go really slowly. But it is not jamming, you see. It's getting up, then it's going back very slightly. And that was a 5 and 10. He says kicking the post. And I'm not sure if there's another train nearby within a couple of minutes. Yeah, I was delayed 12:07 there. 12:18 next. Oh, I'll keep these on for the next couple, then it's going to be very busy anyway. And I did that quite well. This looks like a blur to you, it will do, because the stream's obviously pushed down in quality. It'll process properly later on, when I let it on, out of my own data. Now, of course, the plan of action always is, with me, gets, like I've planned 2 places, get some air, and then if there's a reasonable sized gap of about 5-10 minutes to get up the road, then I'll get the next one at Church Lane. But of course, if there's not, I'll hang back. I don't care about missing something, because there's either a lid, a bottle lid, or an old Tiddlywinks pot lid. When's the 12:18 coming? How about someone checks RTT for Newark F.C? ...2021, I think it's 18, 20, 21 at the minute. We know, 13. Well, if I can keep my eyes out then. Oh, there's 2 next. Do you want me to get the other side for you over there by the house? Yeah, you can RTT Newark flat crossing for me, Newark FC. Who wants me to get the next shot over there? Anyone? So I do prefer this side because I can see. And the box is huge. Okay, we'll head over that side then very quickly. Right, moments until the next. You can see this barrier is completely up right now because the skirt's all tight together. What if these terms mean, well, you should do. Now, both these barriers are up reasonably about 88 degrees. You heard that bang. The time now looks to be 12:14. I think you've got a 2 pair. But from what I was checking a moment ago on RTT myself, the next are 20 and 22. Can someone give me an update? Norrelstone. This is probably one of the other ones approaching. Well, 2 minutes away, okay. But which one's 2 minutes back? I know there was a couple when I checked. I know the box is in the way, yeah. They were going to get rid of it, but it seems it's just basically a safekeeping place at the minute. It's like, of course, Newark through Loudham. Hello, Jarton. Has anyone got the signalling map up? For Stoke Tunnel to Retford just after Newark Flat Crossing. There we can see what this is supposed to be. Main video is now 2 minutes. And of course I can't go back up because if a signal's set, it will push us back to wait 4 minutes for the signals to basically go back red again. Want to await Edinburgh then, the looks of it. Then what's the other one? I'm sure there was 2 listed. Of course, with the box, if it's from Norrell Way and Carlton and Retford, I can just point straight from where I am now. That's the case, of course, if the next train isn't all that close by, we'll be Brayford in. Something I've never seen that is an East Coast hangman. Actually, down here. Did it at Ulpston once, of course. Here we are, here's an 82 set now, coming in from Edinburgh. Actually, I'm going to keep far back. It's windy, and then I'll see the numbers on it. Here we go. Well, I couldn't read that. Hopefully the iPhone can do a lot better than my eyes. Up we go. How far's next train, kids? Oh, I've ended the main video now. Yeah, all the other crossings have gone back up. How close is the next train? So I don't even know what the time is, so I'm just waiting for your comments to pop on. Okay, so it's 18 now. I don't know when the next train is, Alfie. Someone else will have to provide details for you. 1.12 is 7 away. Anything else closer? And 7, that'd be 7 from London, so that'd be near Claypole then. You can't see it, well you can see the wigwag, can't you? If not, refresh the page. One off for 63s at Retford. That's Grand Central from Bradford, isn't it? I think I'll probably get the next one over here. Get one more or so back there, or just check the gap in between and see if it's worthy of ending the stream and running around the next site. Okay, time now. I'm just waiting for another comment to pop up on the stream, hang on. 12:20. This looks to be 1 Delta 11 from London King's Cross to Leeds, according to the team anyway. Which we'll hear before we see this side. Hello, South Coast level crossings. Those that are watching the stream currently now at 12:20 don't really need to watch the main video. But the main video is basically an extra. So I originally was going to do the stream on its own, but then I need some backup, don't I? In case, of course, the stream doesn't end up coming out. What destination's the train? Ask my team in the stream section. Because what they told me is London Leeds. Is there another train close behind this next one? That's the question in hand. Hello, Dennis. Is that bloody hell? Grimsby Tone, yeah, I'll be doing that next month actually, once I've got the chart on the Grimsby Light Railway, which is actually based in Immingham, so I don't get that name. I was originally going to call it the ILR, but it's not, it's the GLR. Girls like reindeer, I suppose. Or Rudolph. Well, we're getting close to it anyway, it is the end of October nearly. And I've already got most of my stuff up. I've got my decorations, but we've not got a Christmas tree or any presents in yet. And of course, the subs that I've met, I'll be getting something for you. And King's Cross as well, you're saying, Michael? Yeah, I know we've got one from London way, but don't know about from Retford way yet. You can't beat a VP 185, can you? You can't beat that motor. And we're staying for the next one, which I can't see yet. So that would have been going to Leeds, yes. They normally send the East Midlands to Leeds, and it forms the hull at London later on, about 17, 19. What's next? Because once we go back up this time, I'm going to call the stream to an end, because it's already been about 26 minutes. So I'm going to call it an end after that. What do you mean, no, don't? You've had about basically half hour on stream. Next looks to be 1-0 for 63 according to the team from Bradford to London. Sunderland's delayed. Well, I'll be getting that round Church Lane then, won't I? It obviously won't take me half an hour. I shouldn't say that because the A1 might block. And I'm not taking the A1 back, I'm taking the road into Newark. I think B6325. Which will then pull me out at Church Lane. But I don't know if the way I'm planning to go in is covered in roadworks at the minute. I should have checked the map before I left. Never mind. I came straight up here anyway. Went to the forum, back home, get me 7, and then straight up here. Not had much time today. I had the electrician in this morning. Why would the electrician want to check the boiler when they had the boiler man just last month? The job roles aren't very clear. That's over 5 minutes on the main video. If you wonder where I read out the video at time and you can't track it on the main file, it's basically for those people waiting so they don't think, oh, why has it been 73 weeks for? It hasn't yet. But don't get me started. Last time I was down Norrell there, it was the 21-minute closure of a backlog of trains. But I think we're in the clear at the minute. How far is this Bradford train then, kids? 4. Okay, 4 signals. That's Carlton-on-Trent. 3, Carlton-on-Trent. 2 would be Cromwell. 1 would be Norrell. So that's 4:25. That's now 6 minutes. Otherwise it sounds rude if I say it the other way. I would normally say it. 6. Two more signals, oh dear. Be here before we know it then. But I must say, we must have been cleared way before in $1.11 hit the flat crossing. We must have been cleared both ways prior to that, because it was about 2-3 minutes to come. Now we're on to about 7, so it'd be an extra 4 or so for this one. Which would have been set way before it actually came onto Carlton's desk properly. It does enter about 30 seconds prior, and that's when you need to basically take action. It's not a busy table, but they have to be in Carlton for half 4 in the morning, and I hear another HST for Grand Central. Do I? Or is that a 180? 180, call me a liar. Not 108, because that's still in Great Western Railway, what's it called? Dynamic lines. Right, Norrell's gone up. So I think there's a bit of clearance now. I'm clueless with that. Okay. Bye. Nice girl. And I see that didn't jam at all there. Right, well, so I can see what the next train is. I'm going to have to throw you kids off. Yeah, so we're doing Christmas with Fave this year, just so I can see what the next train is, and then if I've got time to run off or not. I'm going to throw you off now. Thanks for watching this live streaming from Bathley Lane. We will see you next time. I'm not going to stream Church Lane, just so then I can actually see what's coming. So thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.